Rachel. Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be redesigning my personal Stardew Valley farm to be a little bit more winter cozy themed and also just to be laid out a little bit better. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So for a little bit of context, this is my personal Stardew Valley save file that I've had since 2019, so it's going on 6 years this year. And I honestly have gone through a lot of updates with this farm. Like 1.6 has dropped since I started this farm, like a lot of major updates have come out. But I don't play this farm very often. I'm only in year 3, which I know to some people is going to seem like I haven't played hardly at all. But I swear I do play it quite often. I just don't get to play it as much as I would like to because it's sort of my for fun game aside from like my YouTube and my Twitch stuff. So I don't get to play it as often as I would like to, but I am trying to get back in the swing of playing in it, hence this video. And I thought since it's winter, I might try to do like a cozy farm layout that's a little bit more winter-esque and also is just a lot more functional for spring because we're coming up on my year 4 spring and I really want it to be as productive as possible, which brings me to the layout itself. So with this layout, I wanted to make sure that I had a section for my barnyard animals, such as my chickens and my cows and sheep and pigs. So I wanted to make sure that I had some space for them, and then I also wanted to have a little section for my silo and my windmill, but I wanted to mostly optimize my farm for trees and also for just regular farmland. The regular farmland is really my biggest priority, I would say, but I did want to also have some tree space, both for regular trees and also some fruit trees. And I know that might sound a little strange, but I kind of want to have like a little orchard area where I can have the different types of fruit trees growing because I really think that that would look really good, like an aesthetic, especially in the spring after they grow in. So I'm really looking forward to that. However, we do have some budget constraints because I haven't made the most money in the save file. There are some ways that I could have made more money, but seeing as this was my first ever Stardew Valley save, I didn't really optimize a lot of my stuff for money making. So it didn't make me the most money in the first 3 years, but I do have the community center done now, and I'm almost done with the JojaMart bonus bundle as well. So I think I can start focusing on making tons and tons of money now, a little bit more than trying to complete all of the quests and such. So yeah, that's about everything that I needed to catch you guys up on. So let's go ahead and jump into the official tour. Before we jump into the official tour, I just wanted to jump in really quick and tell you guys thank you for clicking on this video, and if you could, please give it a like to boost it in the algorithm, and also subscribe to the channel if you enjoy Stardew content because I plan on bringing back a brand new Stardew series very soon. So if you guys love Stardew, do stick around for that by subscribing, and let's go ahead and get back into the video. Alright, now that we've loaded into the game, I'm going to give you guys the official tour starting in the house, which I did lose the footage for redesigning. But trust me, the interior of the house has changed a lot, and I went through quite a few different choices for what it was going to look like before I settled on this. So this is the bedroom area. This is where the nursery playroom sort of area used to be, and I have the bed and some rugs as well as some nightstands. I went with a kind of yellow theme in the whole house because I really wanted it to be bright and cheerful. This is one of my little Stardew kids running past. These are my 3 kind of like junk chests, so they're really disorganized at the moment, but they have all my spare stuff that I just need to kind of dump off. And then this is my crafting and kind of just like extras room. I built this room at, I think, the end of the footage that I lost, but yeah, I'm going to try to build the other extra rooms that Robin offers now with the updates. Because I want my house to be as big as possible. But I've got all of my crafting supplies in here, so I can use my brand new fancy crafting table to craft using the ingredients from beside it in these chests, which I think is really cool that you can do that now. And then this is the nursery, which I had a lot of fun designing. I really like it, honestly, and putting all these plushies in here, just it looks so cute and cozy. And then I did a little playroom in here for the kids because I did have a couple extra plushies that I needed to display, and then I have have a lot of extra furniture that my husband, which is Alex from the husband room over here, as you can see, that he's given me, like throughout the save. He just gives me random pieces of furniture. So that is the reason why we have this little table up here. And then down here is the kind of like living room area. This is what used to be the bedroom, but I changed it to be the living room because I thought it was a little bit more spacious. And I thought it made a little bit more sense with Alex's room to be over here. I didn't really like it being directly off the bedroom. It kind of weirded me out a little. And then down here is again another like kind of spare crafting area sort of vibe. It's basically just all of my random things down here, where I have my store catalogs. So I have my store catalog here that I bought from Pierre, and I have the store catalog that I spent quite a lot of money on from Robin to be able to get all the paintings and like furniture and stuff. And honestly, that was one of the most useful purchases I've ever made. And then this is the little kitchen area. We have the Christmas tree, of course, so that it gives more winter. And then I added a cute little area over here for the dining table. I don't have another plant, but I do want to get another one of these plants and hang it on the other side of this painting. And then we've got Boots over here. If you guys have been on my channel, you know I have a puppy dog named Boots, and this is her representation in Stardew. Fun fact, I actually started this save before I got Boots, so I had to use the 1.6.1 update, I think it was, where you can now adopt new pets to your farm. If you already have one pet, you can spend an additional so many thousand grams getting a secondary one. So I got my cute little beagle baby in the game. And then over here, we've got our lovely food selections. So these are my food chests. And then I have a couple of fridges up here. That way I can store all of my cooked goodies and some more ingredients as well. Downstairs in the basement, I've got a couple things working on some wine and all of my like seed makers and oil makers and kegs and stuff down here. Because I kind of just wanted to hide it away again and not really have it up here in the main area. But this brings me to the outside portion of our little tour. So this is the kind of like side bit area. I don't really like it as much, but we'll have to work a little bit more on it later. This is my first farm area, which I really like. It's nice and big. We're gonna need a lot more sprinklers though, so I need to get to mining so that I can get all the iridium sprinklers I'm gonna need. This is my little kind of like stone area, I guess you would call it. It's kind of like my mining and furnace section. And then we've got, of course, our little dog house, our little stables area. These are all of my other chests for fish and things like that, forageables, you know, all those sorts of good things. And then I've got a little cat tree for my cat, which is the animal that I chose since I didn't have my beagle baby yet. And then in here we've got the greenhouse, which didn't really see much reworking yet because I'm using this mostly to work on money making projects. But we do have a couple cute plants outside of it, and then nothing's really changed up here except for these two plants. And then we continue on to the left where most of the big changes have happened. So this area goes up to Grandpa's shrine, of course, and is adorned with some cute little flowers. Don't worry about this shed, by the way. I couldn't move it over because Robin was busy building an addition for me, but I will move that over today for sure. And then down here we've got our first tree farm area. So this is going to be my trees for wood area. At the minute I have more than enough wood from tearing down all the trees, but I did want to make sure to have an extra section for it. And then I have a section for the special mahogany trees over here as well, which isn't as filled in. And then down here we've got our coop and barn area. We've got another tree farm here and here for the other types of wood. And then down here is where the farm orchards are going to be. So think the apple, orange, pomegranate, those sorts of trees. And then we've got another farm area over here for more sprinkler based crops. And I love that they were able to add the double gate updates because I really love that I can have this kind of like be more even. I think it looks really good. And then I built this section out as sort of like a little dock in case I need to fish and get stuff from that pond. And then if we go around the bottom here, I added pathways all the way down to Marnie's. And then coming up the side, I extended this bit over to the pond as well. And then we have our third gardening section, which I think is our final one, and it extends quite a ways. berries. And I think this gives me more than enough crop space to do everything I need to. But then we've got our little sturgeon pond up here. I'm going to extend the fish ponds to run the full length down to the fence, I think. But I'm going to try to have different fish in each pond. That way I get different types of roe. And then we've got the little bridge going up, of course, to this little pond. And then up this side, we can travel back around to show off where I'm going to have all my beehives and that sort of thing. And that's about it. The only thing that I haven't showed off so far is this little section where I'm going to have my silos up at the top and my windmills down at the bottom. And yeah, that is the complete farm tour. I hope you guys really like my new farm layout. I want to know if you guys have ever redone your farm completely like I've done. If you have any tips for making money in Stardew, I would really appreciate them. If you have any tips for mining in the skull caverns as well, I could really use those, because honestly I'm not that good at mining in them, and I need to get better at it because I need to get those iridium sprinklers we were talking about. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and end this little farm tour, and like I said, I have a Stardew Valley series coming up soon, so be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!